friends, my name is Venkatesh Prasad, the Group CEO for RV Skills. Today is a very happy day for me. I'd like to share some of my views on why we have started RV Skills, how it is going to benefit you, and personally, the journey that I've gone through from 2005, ever since I came back from the US till now, as to what has gone into making RV Skills what it is today. RV Skills is an initiative of the Rashtriya Shikshana Samiti Trust in association with Nanochip Solutions Private Limited. Friends, I had a very successful career in the US. I am a VLSI chip designer by profession and have done about 50 chips, starting from 2-micron technology all the way up to 28 nanometers. My first job was in Automotive Electronics, right out of Harvey College of Engineering. There is when my eyes opened as to what is learning and what is skilling. Believe me or not, the first 11 months at BL was not of much use to Bharat Electronics. It was very useful to me. My managers, my mentors, my well-wishers at Bharat Electronics took the time and the effort to sit with me, explain to me how to apply what I had learned in the college from an industry perspective, and that made me productive. I was in Bharat Electronics for 5 years and designed about 12 chips. That experience in BL got me thinking as to how I can take this back and give this back to the world. The thought was still germinating in my mind, and I went to the US. While in the US, I had a by chance meeting with the president of the RV Group, Dr. M.K. Panduranga Shetty. He invited me to come back to the country and do something of quality and to have a huge impact for the youth of the country. I did not know what to do at that time, and that was in the year 2004. In 2005, I had an opportunity to come back to India and set up a design center for a company called Connection Systems in Madhapur. The task at hand at that time for me was to hire 50 people who had skills in VLSI design. Friends, that was an eye-opener for me. Believe me, I traversed to all colleges, all the way from Kanyakumari to Jammu Tawi, and from Ahmedabad, Allahabad to Guwahati. I was looking for some key elements in the students which was missing. Don't get me wrong, I was not looking for knowledge. I was looking for their ability to learn. I was looking for, are they afraid to make mistakes? Are they afraid to ask the right question? Do they know what they don't know? Do they know what they know? And are they coming in with the right spirit and the right temperament to my company so that they can add value to me? Friends, all I was looking for was people who were ready to learn. And my job was to teach them how to learn to learn. That was an eye-opener. I could not find people in the required numbers during that time. It was then what Mr. Panduranga Shetty offered to me struck my mind. I went back to him, I spoke to him, and I told him, you had called me to come and set up something in India. I was not able to connect the dots then. Now I have real-hand experience on how I can add value to the ecosystem in India. Is the offer still open? He said, yes, it is. Come and talk to us. Present your views to the board. I also must say that I am an alumni of the Harvey College of Engineering, and I went back to my alma mater and to the decision makers of the Rashtriya Shikshana Samiti Trust and explained to them what I had in my mind. I had a vision of how skilling has to be done in India, what are the gaps that are there in the academic system, and what is it that the industry is looking for which is missing. I am very grateful to the Rashtriya Shikshana Samiti Trust for allowing me to take this vision forward and set up a skill development center in VLSI. Friends, a lot of my well-wishers in the US and in India warned me about taking up this task. They said, skilling people in VLSI is an extremely challenging task. A lot of people have tried to do this and they have failed. Well, my father told me, you got to do something because it is tough, not because it is easy. I remember him today because VLSI skilling was an extremely challenging task. When I first started the center in 2007, I went to every industry and I told them this is who I am and this is what I want to achieve. You won't believe the kind of support and the readiness and the willingness to which industry came forward to help me was extremely encouraging. companies like Mentor Graphics came forward and gave us all the tools that we needed for us to set up the institute at that time. I set up a world-class VLSI skilling center which has the ability to tape out 1 billion transistor chip. We had the best of the compute infrastructure, we had the best of the EDA tools that were used in the industry, and we started in a very humble way scaling 6 people in 2007. Friends, 12 years have gone down, and I must be very happy to say that we have so far skilled about 4,500 people from around 600 colleges throughout the country, be it the IITs, be it the NITs, be it the Tier 1 colleges in Tier 1 cities, Tier 2 and Tier 3, except for, if my memory serves me right, except for Arunachal Pradesh and Lakshadweep, we have had students come from all cities, from all the states, with varied backgrounds to RVVLSI. The only thing which ties them and us is their aspiration and their willingness to do something for the country and to put their hard effort and get skilled, and our desire to make them gainfully employed in an area as difficult as VLSI design. I'm very happy to say, because of the efforts of the Rashtriya Shikshana Samiti Trust, we have put out people who almost are in the highest tax bracket today in the country. We cater to people who, after 4-5 years of joining a job, will get into the highest tax bracket in the country, who add to the exchequer of the government. I'm very happy and very proud to tell you that this would not have been possible without the vision and the support of Dr. Pandurang Shetty. Friends, it is 2019. They say in electronics, the only thing constant is change. If you look at the amount of change that has happened in the way people are designing VLSI chips, it is tremendous. Low power methodologies are, very much in mainstream today. The pressures for putting out a chip which has the smallest area, occupies the highest bandwidth and gives the highest frequency, and consume the least power is something which is very, very important. Today, in order for people to get skilled in those areas, we have to constantly reinvent. We have to constantly add new courses. We have to constantly upgrade our infrastructure. I'm very happy to state with you, the industry has stood by us and they have supported us. And today our courses are as relevant as what it was in 2006. And we are able to address the requirements of the industry. Friends, while all this was going on, there was a quiet revolution that was happening in the industry. All of you are reading in the newspaper today that electric vehicles are here to stay. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. And if you look at it, the underlying factor, the core behind this is VLSI. A VLSI engineer will develop a chip which can run at very high speeds. This ability of the chip to process tremendous amount of data is a basic requirement for artificial intelligence. If a VLSI chip can process a lot of data and help the artificial intelligence industry, in turn, it can also help autonomous driving. It can help automotive electronics. So friends, if you look at what we have achieved, we have developed a framework for skilling people in a technology called VLSI, and the same can be utilized for automotive electronics and for artificial intelligence. I am very happy to share with you today that through this initiative, the RV Skills Initiative, we are able to offer a portfolio of programs for engineers, for college professors, for government bodies, for corporates to come, visit the center, understand what we have to offer, and take the most advantage of the programs that we have to offer over here. This is my personal guarantee and promise to you. We will leave no stone unturned to make sure that you have the best faculty, the best content, the best infrastructure, and you get your money's worth at RVVLSI and RV Skills, so that you will be gainfully employed and skilled, meeting the requirements of the industry. RV Skills today is at that juncture where the programs can be taken and embedded into every college setup. Colleges have the infrastructure, they have space, they have classrooms. We can bring in that missing piece of the knowledge, the skill, and the experience and make the best use of the facilities inside the college campuses. If you are from the government, if you are from a university, if you are a college management, please partner with us, work with us, and we can together make this country be ready for Industry 4.0. Friends, going forward, the industry will change very rapidly. Nobody can be trained to know everything. What we can definitely do is to teach them how to think, how to learn, and how to make advantage of the changes and incrementally learn so that they continue to be productive and relevant to the ecosystem and to the country. With this, I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk today. If you have any questions, if you'd like to get in touch with us, we'll be more than happy to talk to you. Please visit our website www.rv-skills.com or send us an email to info@rv-skills.com. Thank you.